do I get the monster cod? Only time will tell. And there's some good news for me, is they've built a tunnel that leads straight to the mark. I can't believe my luck. You know what I mean? So I'll be there quicker than I ever thought. And here's the tunnel to the mark. Very nice of them to build this for me. Otherwise I have to drive through the town and everything. It's a nightmare. So, much appreciated, Norway. Thank you. Here we go, on to the mark. Do something about the road though. Yeah, okay, got a tunnel now, but like, come on. Make a guy feel welcome. Yes, and the boats are here. That means the cod are here too. Part 3 of Cod Quest. That's what it is. We've arrived. Boom. So, this is it, first cast. That's a whole fillet of mackerel. That is up and over ring rig. Is it first cast fish? This is all I want to know. So let's find out. Down it goes into the depths of Fjord. See if I get my monster cod this time. So, saw the sun again. The quest. That's what it is. I haven't given up yet. Not by a long shot. Anyway, so this is the beauty and the majesty of Ålesund. Fantastic place. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so everybody is still fishing for the old cods. That's what they are. So I have enthusiasm. That's what I do. So we're going to do a bait, just because that's what you should do, you know. So we'll do a bait and we cast that out. Hopefully don't get picked up before I get second bait in the water. I really shouldn't say stuff like that. Hopefully we get picked up before I get the second bait in the water. That's what I should say. Yeah. So let's do the bait. The baits are mackerel. The rigs are the up and over ring rig and the South African big game rig, which is just a lighter version of what they'd use. Both rigs will be linked in the description as usual. Okay, there's a build on each one. Okay, yes. So this bait's going to be a bit smaller. Make this a smaller bait, see if I can get it out further. Anyway, so the baits go in between the beads on the dingle dangle hair. That's what they do. So you cut 2 pieces, equal size, equal dimensions. Well, baits can be big in different ways, you know. You can bulk them out, make them rounder. It doesn't matter with these rigs. That's what I'm saying about these rigs. They make room for the bait. So I'm going to take all the little bits I have and I'm going to add them to it too. Baits don't have to be just big in one way and long. They can be wide, right? And you might think that that's not a good shape for a bait, but it's okay so long as the rig allows for it and you make it aerodynamic as well at the same time. So you get your 2 pieces there, right? I'm going to take all the little bits I have and I'm going to add them to it too. So then you make them like that, okay? Then to hold them onto the hair or dingle dangle, you go up and around, not too tight. One side of the clip down the bottom and the other side, and just alternate, okay? That's it, not too tight or your bait will just come together and it'll be a pain. Okay, so then when you have it like that, detwang it up the top. We have all those bits that we left over. So this bait may be short, but it can still be big, you know. So you just look at it and you try to keep it as symmetrical as possible. So I think this bit will go on there very nicely. You just build it up like this into a teardrop shape. So you still get a big bait. It just won't be as long. And this works really well. Look at it this side, use a bit over the other side here, just to keep things symmetrical, stop it from wobbling, give it stability in the air. You just form it with your hands a little bit. Yes. Pay special attention to around the bead at the back, especially with the bigger baits. Makes all the difference in the world. I actually believe it's easier for a fish to get a short fat bait into its mouth than a big long one. That's it. Dunsky. They cast really well, they do. So we're gonna connect it up and lash it out. Alright, this bait here, you could put lugworm, crab, you could do this with anything. It's not just for mackerel. I mean, cocktails or whatever you want out of it. Yes. There's all the space. That's the rig body there, that floppy bit. Yes. There's all the space you need for that bait. see what we get in that one. Just to give you some idea of the depth of the water here. It went down. So that's into 50 meters of water right there. So that's what that looks like. We're coming up to the spring tides. It's always my intention to fish the spring tides, but it is a rare occurrence here in Norway to be able to do it. It doesn't matter where I go, south or north, when the spring tides come, bad weather and storms come with them. It's an anomaly, but that's the way it is. But it's okay, because the fishing just before it is always like this. Always. No matter where I go, just fantastic weather just before the spring tides. And you catch. It's the middle before the spring. That's it. And also the ones after, they're not too bad either. Right after it. That's a bit of knowledge I'd like to pass on for anybody who's planning a trip, you know. This is where I fished the last time. I started off with that pier over there, right? And I ended up here. And this is where I started catching anyway. So I was wobbling up and down these rocks all night and stuff, letting the fish go and all the rest, having a great time. And I know it looks like it's a beach, but it goes down rocks, sheer drop, boom. 20 meters or something, terrifying. So that's the first catch, a rope. Yips, we're getting a bait on it. So the tactics tonight are to fish big baits, right? I'm fishing big baits because I wanted to fish long and I wanted to exclude the small fish. That's what they're there for. What you don't see in my videos is the constant rattle, rattle, tap, tap bites I get from small fish trying to get these oversized baits into their mouth. That's what I get a lot of. If I was to film it, these videos would be a lot longer. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to tell you about it. That's why I fish this way. Sometimes I fish this way. Yeah, I'm trying to exclude the smaller fish to root out the better fish. And it works. Of course it works. But it's not a guarantee of any type. You can catch big fish on small baits, absolutely no problem. But if there's a lot of small fish around, you're going to hook them too, and more often. So the last time I was here, I dropped a lot of lead. The last time I was just fishing just mono weak link. Now I've changed over to rotten bottom because they have a plastic disc. It works like an impact shield in a way, where it flies up the thing and allows the clip to drop the lead weight. But if you're in a hurry or you're too excited or whatever, you might forget that plastic disc, like I did one time, and the lead came off and it hit a young guy in the arm, just in the shoulder. A couple of inches higher would hit him in the head, and it would not have been pretty. So ever since then I've never used them, but I've come up with a way to use them now. I had bags of the damn things, so now I've come up with a way to use them, and I'm going to share it with you. This is the only way it's safe to use these, in my opinion. Sure, if you remember every time, yes, they're safe, but people don't. I don't anyway, not when I get excited anyway. So this is what I've done with them. This is what I'm going to use them for from now on. So I'm going to take the ring up and put it on the clip of the up and over clip. There we go. Boom. Okay, take it down and put it onto the bait clip on the lead weight. Boom. Now there's that clip there I was telling you about. There is no more pressure on this. A lot of people recognize it. White plastic disc used to shoot up. It locked this wire in place, keeping that loop and stopping the lead weight from coming off when you cast. But sometimes it used to drop lead weights and everything. It was a nightmare, really bad clip. But now they work really great because they're only used for a rotten bottom. By pulling this, it's going to come off, that's it. But now it can't anyway. So that's it. Generally with a big bait like that, just use what I call a South African cast. It's an aerialized South African cast if you want, but it's the way a lot of people cast in South Africa as well. It's very simple, very effective. Loads the rod up really quickly, gets the rod tip down. I'll give it one more shot so you can see it actually. I'm gonna lash this one out now. Down it goes. Yeah, very effective. See, we get that cod now. Nice. So check this out, right? Well over 100 meter cast, right? Look where the line is. I don't think you get closer to the edge if it tried. Anyway, that's it. I love this country. Yeah, I forgot to talk about the hooks. Both rigs got 8-0 circles on them. This is a Mutsu. Unfortunately, it's offset, but it's really hard to get Mutsu circles. They aren't offset. Can you stop doing that, please, hook makers? Okay. Let me change the bait on this one. Let me get it lashed out. See if we can find a fish. I'm going to put this one out even further than I did last time in the hunt of a fish. It's not normal for me to be looking for distance in Norway a lot. Generally in these really deep water places like this, depending on how far the basin is, I'm looking for distance. I mean, the smaller fish will be in around the margins, but I'm not hunting for small fish. That's the next bait there. Huge lump. Over the whole fillet. That's on the South African rig. That's the big game rig there. One piece. Stop knots. Right. Pulley bead that goes onto the lead line, or what would be the rig body, but it's lead line on this. And then the hook and everything clips down to the lead weight. That's it, and it's fished on the rotten bottom like I showed you on the other one. We cast it out. Just in case you're wondering, that's a 7-ounce lead, that. Just the help, the progression, you know, stuff that Newton invented. Inertia, mass stuff, yes. So I just took the brakes off a little bit when I go for it. Sometimes the birds, they try to take the bait out of it because it's a big target for them and they can do that. But we'll see how they get on. Sometimes I hit them. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Hey, go get it, boys. You're not going to get that one. So let's get the South African rig settled in with his giant bait. Yeah. We just got picked up. Yep. And big slack line, so I'll wind into it. Yes, there. Like I said, you don't strike with circle hooks. Oh Lord, this is a big fish. Oh, it's a big fish. So the cod are still around, it seems. And if it's a ling, it's coming with me. And if it's a cod and I can return it, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, very sharp pumps because I'm trying to keep them out of the rocks. Oh, there goes the drag. Tighten up the drag. Oh, he's trying to find every snag he can. He's found a few already. It's a long way up. Well, this fish is doing whatever it wants, really. And he's in the other rod, I think. This is a big fish. It's the leader anyway. Oh, yep. It's a beast. The only problem is he's all wound up now. Oh, he's 12, 15 or something. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Where's the hook? Right in the side where it always is. We get him weighed and see if we can get him back. I think his swim bladder has gone up though too much. Might have to keep this fish though. Doesn't look like it's going to go back, unfortunately. But I'll give it a go anyway. We'll give it away. We say 14. Yeah, 14-1 it says. See if we can get it back. Oh, now, ow. Now he's showing signs of coming alive though. Come on, buddy. But generally when the fish is on his back, he's done anyway. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it. Yeah, Morte. So might as well make some good of him. Okay. Even though he was hooked in the lips, I took him very deep and he's not going to go back. I had to work him really hard to get up because he was so big. He came up too fast. So I'm going to kill this fish. You could Jimmy and bleed him. All the rest of it. Nice. Yeah. Now I talk about this in a lot of my videos. I won't fish for these guys anything less than 80, and then you're really pushing it. This one here is a 100-pound mono, and it's chafed up to bits. Of course you can't see it on this, even though that this is a circle and it was hooked in the lip. When the fish turns one way and when he turns the other way, it rubs through his teeth. And if that was 80 pound, I would not have landed that fish, honestly. Anyway, so that gives you some idea of the baits I'm using, right? Big. Your points the wrong way. You just ever look the right way, please. There's a bunch of eases, do you know that? You just never look the right way. See if we get another one, bigger one. Nice. Got picked up again. That's another big cod, I'd say. Yep. Yeah, it's a really big one. Nice to have fish during the daytime for a change. Yeah, we're in. It's not as good as the last one anyway. I'm going to take my time with this guy. Make sure he goes back. It's only a little one. Nice and easy. The slower you bring them up, the more time they have to adapt, and the more likely they are to go back. But sometimes, you know, you gotta work them the way you work them. Okay, he's close enough now. I'm gonna work him harder. Oh no, he's stuck. Oh no, let him swim out. Oh, there he goes. Whoa, whoa, bloody hell. For a little lad, he fights quite hard. Maybe it's not as small as I think. Oh, I can feel the leader in the rocks. I'd like to see the leader about now though. A bit of a scrap in him anyway. Yeah, I'd say he's about 7 or 8 or something. See if we can drop him back. As long as he hasn't swallowed that hook. No, he hasn't, huh? Well, he's bleeding, so he's coming with me anyway. So there it is. Nice fish, say about 7, something like that, 7.5. So I'm going to bleed this guy, Nicotimium, get him in the drink to bleed out. If I get one more and it's badly hooked or whatever, I'm just going to quit, because yeah, they seem to be just on it tonight. Picked up again, decent fish as well by the looks of it. The fish are really on the bite. He's pulling all right. Let that set that hook himself. Yeah, he's there. Hopefully this one will go back. Oh, it's a big one. Cod quest. It's a daylight session as well. This is mental. This never happens. This bait was out for ages as well. Shows the benefits of big baits. It was out well over an hour, that bait. Here's the leader. Say it's about the same as the last one, maybe a little bit bigger. There he is. Oh, he's messed up, is he? Nope, he's not. There's something following him. Okay. Looks like this guy might go back anyway. Put the rod down. See if we can get him back in there. He's about 8, 9 maybe. I'm not going to even bother taking him up to the camera up there. It's going to release him. There you go. Yeah, he's okay. He's 10 easily. So we'll see if we can get this boy back. Yeah, okay, there he goes. So we're going to weigh this guy just for the hell of it, just before I bleed him out anyway. The last one was dead. The one I just went back was definitely 10 anyway, but this is no way near 10. I'd say 7.5 maybe. Nice. I think I'm only going to fish up to high water, and that's pretty soon. I have enough. If I injure any more, I'll just be upset about it. I'm going to fish up to high water and we call it quits then. It's been a great bloody evening, that's for sure. This is last cast, yeah. So this is the last bait. Boom. And we're going to throw it out. See if we get a last cast fish. Let's see how far we can get it. Boomski. Down it goes. It catches me another giant cod. Nobody knows. Let's see if we get a last cast fish. Still got that one bait left in the water, so anything can happen. That was your cue, por favor. Yeah, great night. 30 something pounds worth of cod. Yeah, not bad. It's always been on my bucket list to come to Ålesund, fish the cod migration. And so far the best one I've got is near a 14-pound fish, and I've already had a 10 tonight on this beautiful 7-pound fish here. So I'm Billy. It's Billy fishing. Remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.